You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. Jet, we Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her. We Rick flaring on her, flaring on her.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase. Yeah. Bubba C. Yeah. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring on him. Rick flaring, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bro, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness.
Cut the music. Cut the music. Listen, first of all, it wouldn't be a state of emergency without I'm sounding the alarm. Now, I want to be very clear. Nothing about what I'm about to say is personal. So however this gets back to the coaching staff, I'm letting you know right now. I don't give a damn how they clip it to you. I don't give a damn how it gets back to you. It's not personal. All right? It's not personal. But I have to discuss what happened on Saturday because, once again, I have a football pick and then I have a heart pick. The football pick told me Jackson, but I was still rooting for FAMU the whole game. Absolutely rooting for FAMU. And it broke. I don't want to say I think it was disappointing to me how it ended. It's not that they lost, it's the disappointment in how they lost the game. That was the kicker for me. So let me be very clear, right? Houston, we have a problem. And I brought these three guys up, not because they're all the problem. It's because I think two are the problem and one is a problem solver, right? But the first Bama that gotta come on the carpet. Oh my God. Now, shout out to his wife because she's on Twitter and she's cool. I've interacted with her a couple times on Twitter. So shout out to her. So again, this ain't personal, right? This ain't nothing personal. But Joseph Henry has been living on a thin line with me since Norfolk. Since Norfolk, I have just not liked how the offense has looked. Now, as somebody who is rooting for FAMU and somebody who has watched the Willie Simmons era, listen, if you are coming behind Willie Simmons, no didding, right? if you're replacing Willie Simmons, it's a big shoes to fill. Let's just be very clear about that. It is big shoes to fill. That's neither no question. And let me just say this. Since Willie Simmons has left the SWAC, the coaching, like Willie Simmons made the coaching above water. Once he dipped, all the coaching is underwater. Like, I don't give a damn who you want to bring up. They're all not good. Like they're average. There's not one elite play caller in the SWAC. I don't give a damn who you bring up. There's not one of them. And I love Tony Hall. And I don't even think he's elite. I think he's good, but I don't think he's elite. He's treading water to me as well, right? So I just want to be very clear about that. So across the board, the overall coaching in the SWAC is just ass. Realistically, when you take Willie Simmons out of the equation, he made you above ass. Now you Bamas are just ass. Now, Joseph Henry has to take the brunt. And this is the thing. His ass better show up in the 220 meeting. Your ass better be locked down and loaded in the two, because you better answer every goddamn question that comes up the board. Because you, Joseph, are the reason that this team lost. The play calling was absolutely atrocious. And I've been yelling and screaming it all year. Keep that ninja out of under center. Stop doing it. And you consistently do that dumb shit. And what's even worse is you're the O-line coach. The offensive line is ass. And you the OC. And your play calling is ass. So very simply, I'm going to put it like this. This year is a the rest of the year it should be. Now, Cozy might be soft as Charmin and let that shit slide. And I'm telling you, and Cozy's going to be on my next one. This should be a tryout. This is a tryout to keep your damn job. I am so serious. It's either you finish out the season and people can see the progression of the play calling, or you get your walking papers as the offensive coordinator. There should not be a discussion of either. It's either you see enough progression in him to say, you know what, I'll give him another year. Or you say, hey, this ain't working, you got to go. Because I'm going to give TC Taylor credit for this. And I don't know if Sims just left the previous OC from Jackson. I don't know if he just left and then he was like, hey, cool, I got a job at Auburn. I'm going to just go to Auburn. Or they let him go. No matter what the situation is they moved on from what and I'm being honest, I didn't think the play calling was bad last year. I just think some situations were different. But that's neither here nor there. My thing with Joseph Henry, I think The play calling has just been bad. And what has been saving his ass is Daniel Richardson being great. Daniel Richardson being good enough to pull his ass out of trouble is the only thing that has saved this Bama's job. It's the only thing that saved this Bama's job. Because after the South Carolina State game, I was looking at him sideways. The Norfolk game, I was definitely looking at him sideways. The South Carolina State game, I was looking at him sideways as well. The Troy game is the game that I said, he shouldn't be the OC. The Troy game is the game where I was like, he shouldn't be the OC, because the thing that people have to understand, and again, even though Alcorn lost, and I think what happened, I know I'm jumping around, but bear with me. Even though Alcorn lost last Saturday, I have to give Jermaine Gales credit for what he had previously been doing, because he had been using his personnel really, really well and understanding his personnel. I don't think Joseph Henry understands his personnel. I'm going to be 100% clear with you. I truly do not believe Joseph Henry, A, knows how to get the best out of his personnel, B, knows how to use his personnel, and C, be creative enough to run the goddamn ball. Joseph Henry, you are a former O-line. You are an O-line coach. I'm not getting paid what you're getting paid to call the game. But I will, with these 2 eyes, and I got contacts in, so I will have glasses, so it'll be 4 eyes. I can see that this O-line is not going to blow anybody off the ball. I don't give a damn if it's Bethune. I don't care if it's Alabama State. I don't give a damn if it's Valley. This O-line is not going to blow anybody off the ball. No diddy. So, as a good OC, you should understand I need misdirection to get the runs off that I'm looking for. Now, you guys might not agree with me, but I think it's pretty funny that I believe if you would have switched the play calling, if TC would have gave his playbook to Joseph and Joseph would have gave his playbook to TC Taylor, I think this game is in the 40s. This game is in the 40s for both teams, 35, 38, 40, because what TC Taylor does with Terrell in the slot with the jet sweep is what the frolicking that Joseph Henry should be doing with all the short receivers that he has. Why don't we see FAMU run a jet sweep? Why don't we see FAMU do a toss sweep to the wide side? Why don't we see FAMU do a fake toss sweep, throw down the seam with the tight end route that they have? Huh? Again, I'm saying to you is this: running the ball is not the strength of this team. But the way he's trying to run the ball is even more idiotic, because he's trying to power run when he doesn't have a power O-line. And then this Bama had the nerve to go in the 220 club talking about something. When the old heads asked him, hey, why you put Daniel Richardson on the center? He says, well, we run some things off of it. What the fuck are you running off of it? What? I haven't seen it. The 3rd and 1 would have been a great time to do a bootleg, a play action. I got this like throbbing headache because I'm frustrated because of just the sheer ineptitude of what it is. And listen, FAMU is you know what? Okay, thank you, guy. FAMU is last year's Colorado team. Am I wrong on that? I don't think I'm wrong on that. This year FAMU team is last year's Colorado team, where you can't run the ball to save your goddamn life. So why are we forcing it? Why are you forcing it? You have Daniel Richardson. I don't give a damn if that Bama got to throw the ball 25 to 30 times. That's what you brought him in to do. And you run the ball running the ball and short game passing is literally one and the same. You know who told me that? Willie Simmons. Willie Simmons told me that on an off online conversation. I asked him, I said, Coach, why you pass the ball so much? He said, Scotty, this day and age is a short pass is no different than a running game. He said it's no different. So again, keep the Bama in shotgun and run the offense through Daniel Richardson. And Joseph, you need more goddamn motion. You need more motion. You do. I'm gonna keep yelling it from the rooftop. You need more motion in your gosh darn offense. It is too boring. It is too mundane. You do not have the players that are just gonna beat you because we're better than you. You don't have those guys, Joseph. Now, this is my last point. And to me, if this is true, I would demote your ass today. If it was me, if I was Cozy, I'll be demoting your ass today. Now, word on the street is this. Word on the street, this Bama. So Daniel Richardson made an audible in the game. This is word on the street. Daniel Richardson made an audible in the game, and it worked. And when he got back to the sideline, he was chastised for it by said Joseph Henry. And Joseph Henry told him, again, this is from secondhand information, that you don't change the plays. You don't have the ability to change the plays. Shit, you need to. He needs to. He absolutely needs to. Because the shit that you calling is trash. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm telling you very much so, Joseph Henry needs to be on a very short leash. A very short one. I don't give a damn. Send his ass back to Arkansas. I don't give two shits. But it ain't working down here. Because I'll tell you this. I would have been okay if the O-line was solid, but the play calling was shaky. The O-line trash. And the play calling trash. And the play calling is trash. And what he did in the second half of that Jackson State game is that damn near is diabolical. I'm not going to lie to you. It is damn near diabolical. That should be, because listen, if you can't beat the top teams if you can't call games against the top programs in your conference, because yeah, even though you beat South Carolina State, like that's an out of conference game, so it don't even count. It looks good, but it don't count. And I hate to be one of those, but you got to beat the guys that are in front of you. And the SWAC is such on a down year this year that you don't have any backups. You don't have no, oh, maybe they'll catch. Like if Andrew was playing at Alabama State, I would say absolutely you got another chance, right? Andrew going to walk through Jackson. It's not even going to be close, right? But you don't have those luxuries of having teams that can withstand a top team or really play toe-to-toe with top teams. It's the top and everybody else is trash. It's the top and everything looks trash. And then I'll say this and I'm going to move on. I'm going to move forward. This is the worst time for Joseph Henry to have a brain fart when the defense was playing out of his goddamn mind. Kendall Bowler, all season I have been waiting for Kendall Bowler to show me Senior Bowl list qualities. That game, that is what you expect from a Senior Bowl watch list participant. He showed you why I'm on a gosh darn Senior Bowl watch list. And I'm going to tell you again, Fortillion is not that guy. Because when you're that guy and you go up against another that guy, you show up. He did it. So again, I say, swag T.O. my ass. No diddy. Next up, Henry Burris. He needs to be on deck as the offensive play caller. You need to get Cozy. Listen, we're going to get Cozy. I'm telling you, I'm going to get on your ass. No Diddy. At the end of the day, all right, at the end of the day, he needs to be on the short list to be your OC. He either needs to be a co-OC, he needs to be a play caller. Something needs to transpire when Henry Burris is a part of the play calling process. Now, bear with me, because it's got to be like, there's something about former quarterbacks talking to quarterbacks. Now, some guys got an ego, so whatever I see, whatever I go. I don't know Henry Burris personally, but I do believe that quarterbacks talking to quarterbacks is a better connection than a goddamn O-lineman. Is a gosh darn O-lineman trying to talk to a quarterback, right? Of what you see, of what does it look like out there? And again, Joseph Henry is not in the booth. You guys think that shit is easy calling plays from the field. It is not. Willie just made it look easy. It is not easy calling plays on the field. It is not. It's a hard viewpoint. Right? So a lot of the information that you're getting is coming from the booth, telling you telling what they see. Right? But Henry Burris has to get more involved in this play calling. He just has to. Oh, they say he's the co-OC. He need to be the OC then. Something has to transpire with this play calling that it has to be changed. Either the duties need to be swapped out or something, because you can't tell me that your O-line coach has enough time to talk to the O-line, look at the play, call the play. Come on, man. Nah. No. The duties need to be swapped out or something, because Joseph Henry, no. I feel like that Morgan Freeman me. No, I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. Period. So Cozy has to make a decision, and again, the buck stops with him. I don't care if they're having trouble running the ball, Rocky. We all know they can't run the ball. We all know that. It doesn't make your team more inept because you can't run the ball. You have to be creative in the other things that you do. Again. So, Cozy, let me explain this to them. And FAMU fans might not agree, but this is how I'm feeling. I'm putting James Cozy on a very short leash. And what I mean by that is you are not too far away from getting fired. And this is why I say that. You did not build this. And currently you are not maintaining this. And you are the guy who allowed all these transfers to come in with no tape. You are the guy whose trenches has regressed. You are the guy that picked Joseph Henry to be the offensive coordinator. That's all on you. So again, I'm going to give you year two. Year two, you straight. Regardless of how the season ends, you got year two. But year three, that's a toss-up. Year three is a toss-up. And the reason it's a toss-up because I got to see what you look. I got to see how it comes together. I've got to see how it comes together. Because right now, you're winning with Willie's guys. Right now, you're winning right now you're winning with Willie's guys. You're not winning with your guys. So I just want to be very clear about that. So year two and year three are very So just want to be very clear about that. So I'm going to be very honest with you. And my last point, And let me say this about coaching. I think the reason why he has to take, and when your ass step up to the 220 club, you got to take a big brunt of it because you had to allow Joseph Henry to go that conservative in the later half of the game. You had to allow that. You had to allow that. Daniel Richardson is Willie's guy. He recruited him. You had to. It's no way after the third quarter you allow Joseph Henry to just dial it. Like, he really dialed it in. Like, he's like, oh no, we're good. We're gonna run, pass, run. Like, it didn't make, the play calling didn't make sense. And to me, you had to be, you had, at some point you got to get on the headset and say, hey Henry, take a shot here. We're in plus territory. Take a fucking shot here. Take a damn shot. Stretch the field. At no point did you say anything. At no point did you challenge the play calling. You got a headset just like everybody else got a headset. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's all the in between. That was just that time and time again. When you're in JSU territory, you never took a shot. Not once. Not once did you throw the ball past 10 yards in the third quarter or the fourth quarter. And then the one time you did try to throw it deep, he gets sacked and it fumbles. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. The play calling didn't make sense to me. The dialing it in on a 1-point lead didn't make sense to me. And your defense is playing out of his gosh darn mind with the turnovers, and you can't cash in on none of them for points. That has to be an indictment on the head coach as well as the offensive coordinator. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. And my last thing before I get up out of here, because I want to keep this short because I didn't want this to go too long. Listen. Somebody on the 220 club, please, God, please ask this question for me. Where in the world is Jeremiah Pruitt? And how is this kid not seeing the freaking field? How is he good enough to play in the Celebration Bowl? How is he good enough to play through Willie Simmons' year? All Willie Simmons years, and you do this on his grad year? You do this on his grad year? This is how you treat him on his grad year? I don't understand it. I truly do not understand it. You can't make me believe the kid regressed that bad to where he can't even go out for a pass. Because listen, I think number 8 or 9, whatever the tight end number, I think he's great, but he has ball security issues. He's a big time player. He fumbled at Miami. He fumbled at South Carolina State. He dropped the pass. Like, he has ball. He fumbled at Jackson. He has ball security issues. It is plain as day to see. But how does he keep starting, or how does he keep giving the opportunity to fumble, and Jeremiah Pruitt don't even get the opportunity to catch a goddamn pass? Whoever is number 8 in the tight end room, I don't care, 8, 9, whatever the number is, he fumbles, period. The light-skinned boy who plays tight end, he fumbles. And you can't tell me that the light-skinned boy fumbles, period. Every time he's touched South Carolina. Now, don't get me wrong. He made great plays against Miami. He made a great catch, ran, and the only reason the ball didn't go back to Miami because it rolled out of bounds. Nobody remember that? I do. Yo, it's going down to score against South Carolina State. He caught the ball on the sideline, turned up, fumble. I know. They all fumble. They have ball security issues. So how does Jeremiah Pruitt not get the opportunity to play? That's my thing. And anybody from the 220 Club, I need them questions asked. And don't let cozy ass off with them damn coaches' answers. We're just, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Answer the goddamn question. Why isn't Jeremiah Pruitt on the field? Why did Joseph Henry bring his white ass to the podium and make his white ass answer them questions? Why you didn't throw the ball in the second half? We was bombing them over Baghdad in the first half. So you telling me they make a change at DB and you don't throw the ball over 20 yards no more? Come on, man. Why shouldn't we fire you right here, right now? Why shouldn't we fire you right here, right now? So those are just, listen, at the end of the day, questions got to get answered. And you can't, dog, first of all, don't talk football to me. Don't talk football to me. I don't give a damn if you go cover 2. Has nobody ever bombed cover 2? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. If you play cover 2, man, it doesn't matter. I can hit you up the seam. It don't matter. You can throw the ball deep on cover 2. Mina Grimes, what are you talking about? Shut up. Come on, man. The DBs are ass. They've been ass. So what are we talking about? You can throw deep against cover 3. You can cover. The only thing you probably can't throw deep on is prevent, because that's the whole point. Like, what are we talking about, man? Oh, they changed it up. They went cover 2. They're over. I don't care. You can still bomb them. You get what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop it. You know how many post routes I've ran against cover 2, man? Like, let's not play this game. From the X position, do you know how many posts I've ran and scored on cover 2? Stop. Stop. Let's not play this game. How many bang 8s, no diddy, I've ran from the slot and scored on cover 2? Come on, man. Stop it. That's the whole point in your best receiver room is the tight ends that you don't use, that he didn't use very effectively this game, right? So it's all of that. And I'm going to keep saying it. And I'm going to keep saying it at the end of the day, that if you're trying to establish the run and you're not doing it with misdirection, since you guys cannot blow anybody off the ball, no diddy, right? You have to use more misdirection of motion one way, of this going this way. All those type of plays have to come into factor. And that's what I'm not seeing. I'm just not seeing the creativity in the plays, the motion in the plays. It's once again, at the end of the day, it's just lining up and trying to beat your man consistently, which FAMU is not that talented to just line up and beat people like they've done years in the past. You get what I'm saying? That's my only issue with this. Again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get ready for Outspoken. My whole thing is this: to keep 25,000 people, because that's how many people showed up to the game. So don't let them fool you like 30,000. It was 25,000 people. Ass. To keep 25,000 people like they were sitting in a goddamn library, and in the 3 minutes left in the game, you fumble the ball away, like you give the game away. Like, that's the crazy part. That's the part that has to be sick. It's not like anything Jackson State did was uber better than you, or they were, oh my God, we're just the best. No, like the years prior, the better team just was like, we're just better than you, right? And that wasn't the case. That's what makes this game so bad when you watch it. It's like, that wasn't the case at all. FAMU was the better team, but it was just like, when you have inept play calling, you don't take advantage of your opportunities, and you let a average team linger around and they find an opportunity to slide and take the advantage, then it's game over because you're never going to beat momentum. You're never going to beat momentum in football. And I don't think FAMU's a more talented team. I don't think they're talented enough to defeat the power of momentum. It rarely happens unless you have a very, very elite squad, which FAMU does not have this year. You know what I'm saying? So that just is what it is. So that has to be the worst part of if you're a FAMU fan, you have to, if you watch that game, you have to say we were the better team. We did everything we were supposed to do defensively to keep us in the game. We scored 21 points in the first half. We had the ball in Jack State's territory multiple times, but Joseph Henry shit the bed. Joseph Henry shit the bed. And it's like, how do you let your kids down, or how do you let the young adults down by you calling a scary game? That's kind of how it came off to me. Like you called plays like you were scared to lose. Like you just was like, hey, we got a 1-point lead. Let's just ride this out. For what? For what? For what reasons? You had the game. You had it in your hand. So that's just a tough way to go. That's just a tough way to go. So, you talking about the same excuses that y'all use every year? See this? Okay, this is my issue with Pothole State fans, is that when you get Mike to come on the show and talk about all the excuses that you guys have built up over the years. Oh, this person was bad. This person wasn't good. This didn't happen. Oh, and then don't get me going about how they'll find a silver lining in a loss, right? Oh my God, but you beat us 35-17, but that 35 came in the first half. You didn't score again in the second half. It's like, okay, but you lost. Oh yeah, but you didn't, but we stopped you. Well, we stopped you. Like that doesn't mean anything. Right? Oh, we would have won if they would have played Zay. If we would have played Zay, we would have won. Oh, if we would have just kept running the ball with Irv Mulligan, we would have, like, y'all, listen, for as many excuses that y'all still got excuses from the Celebration Bowl. Y'all still using excuses from the Celebration Bowl. Y'all lost 31-10. Oh, well, I mean, of course we're going to lose 31-10 if we have turnovers in our own field and they score. I mean, they didn't even drive the whole field on us. You're still using excuses from the Celebration Bowl. Mike will get on the show and tell you it's because they was partying in Atlanta while they lost the first one. Partying in Atlanta? We talking about the whole football game. They didn't take it serious, Scotty. They was out in Atlanta streets. Like, bro, they still making excuses to this day. To this day. What the boxers say? To this day. To this day. So this is not excuses, because nothing about, I'm telling you, I haven't said anything that was excuse worthy. I said Joseph Henry lost in the game. I said what's sick about it is how you lost the game. I blamed everything on FAMU, and if you watch the game, you weren't the better team. Nothing about that is excuses. Everything about that's a fact. You were not the better team. Joseph Henry called a bad game, and they lost. The way they lost was sick. The way they lost was sick. That's not excuses. That's all facts. And again, you pulled it out when you had the opportunity to. Congratulations. But nothing of what I said was excuses. I never said why. I never said anything to the sense of like FAMU lost and Jack State, like y'all won the game. You just weren't the better team. That's just that, and that's facts. You can watching the game would tell you that was facts. So it just is what it is. So however you take that as an excuse, that's on you. But that's not an excuse. So, he said them boys was partying. Not my problem. That sounds like an excuse to me. That sounds like an excuse to me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I already picked Jackson to win the game. And let me tell you this. I think the most disappointing part of how they won the game was the circumstance that I said that I would prefer FAMU to be in is the way they lost. That is the worst part about it, man. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to get up out of here. The worst part about it is and I told BJ this morning when he called me. I said, if you would have gave me the scenario and said, Scotty, there's 3 minutes left in the game. FAMU's up by 1 point. Daniel Richardson has the ball. I tell you, that game is over because he's always been their closer. And that is the part of the game that hurt the most because it's like the situation that I wanted FAMU to be in, Daniel Richardson didn't close it. That's the part that was the worst. I would be okay if I would have been okay if Jackson ran the ball for 250 or whatever, and they just dominated in the running attack, and they just, hey, like, you couldn't stop us running the ball. But that wasn't the case. The case is Daniel Richardson had the opportunity to close it, and he didn't close it. And that's what the part you like, damn, that's tough, right? Because that's the situation I would have been looking for. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, if I'm FAMU, you're praying that Alabama State beats them because then that's a 3-way tie. If Alabama State beats Jackson, then that's a 3-way tie, and then you got to figure out a way to how that gets divvy up and all that type of stuff. I don't know how that stuff transpires. But if Alabama State beats Jackson, that's a 3-way tie. Remember, that game is at Alabama State, and then they still got to go to Alcorn this year. So you got those 2 games, but you really need Alabama State to beat Jackson. So I don't think Bethune has a chance. But, hey, listen, I've seen stranger things in the SWAC. I have seen stranger things in the SWAC. All right. But, man, listen. I'm going to tell you this. If you don't watch the 220 Club on FAMU on YouTube, if you're a FAMU fan, you better watch it this Wednesday. You better tune in this Wednesday because one or both of them Bamas need to be in that jank. And if I'm cozy, Joseph Henry is about to be my white rabbit because you about to get all this. You about to get all this work. Oh, you about to get all this work. You about to get all this work. Boy, Jesus, you about to get all this work. Because at the end of the day, you gotta take that, man. You gotta take that, man. For real, gotta take that, man. So listen, until hey guys, tonight, 7:30, Outspoken be on. You already know what it is. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holler. God bless.